Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Viber is the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.
Let's go. What up, everybody? Welcome back to Viberville. Hope you guys had a great day. And what do you know? For that, in my last match, I went out and bought myself a new computer, a iBuyPower PC, and it came with the keyboard and mouse. And guess what? This thing had no freaking mouse in it. Somehow, my luck. So I have the computer, no mouse. It's going to take like 10 days to get here. So I'm going to have to go buy some cheap-ass mouse for the time being. But yeah, looking forward to that. Being able to beta test my last match. Shout out to Eco and Come From Beyond for developing that. I think it's going to be super fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. And also the Garth game that's coming out soon. I got the NFT, so I'll be participating in that when it goes live. So you always got to find something to stay positive when times are like this right now. It's just been, this is what the fear at max fear looks like. You're starting to see everyone talk about it's over, the bear market is here, it's over, Bitcoin's going down to 50K. Guys, we're not in a bear market right now. This is just a correction. All right, alts are looking good. Look at perp up 85% today. I don't know why. That's the only coin I hold on optimism, is because it's a trading protocol on there. So I figure people are going to degen, they might use that protocol. So I just randomly hold it. But quant's up a little bit. But there's just so much bullish news that's happening, and yet it doesn't affect the price of crypto. These assets are so criminally undervalued. And then you take a look at the stock market and see what's going on over there. Everything is extremely overcooked. We're 2% off the all-time highs, and fear and greed is at like max fear. It's delusional over there. And it's crypto has a weird way of checking stupid decisions the Fed makes and following the economy, where the stock market is just a complete bubble and illusion that goes off data that is wrong, that is, I would say, just completely insane and wrong how they get it. All right, how can you not be reporting GDP and job numbers? The government can't figure out that. They can't use an AI system. Like, guys, it's just I don't know how to say it without sounding like conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat, but it's meant to distract you. It's meant to keep you looking left and right and what the hell's going on and confused, when all along the answer was right there in XRP, XLM, HBAR, and these blue chip cryptos, Quant, Stronghold, QUBIC. They're going to be the ones that win in the future. And these are the times it really hit me today when I was reading some of these articles about JP Morgan and how July 7th they started talking about declassifying MicroStrategy stock. So from there on out, the stock just went down, 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 down. Like, why would they be doing that? They're staining the hell out of Bitcoin now. And what have I been talking about for a year? They're going to use Bitcoin as the Trojan horse. That's going to be a massive catastrophe when these DATs start getting liquidated. All these companies are buying Bitcoin and they're down money now and they panic sell. But guess what? That's when Goldman and Grayscale and BlackRock make all their money, when Bitcoin goes from 70 to 125 and back down to 80, because people panic sell and FOMO buy up and down so they can make money on the trading. So they love this volatility. So they're going to do that to create max volatility, max pain, so they can make max gains. It's funny how that works. But if you got to ignore it, guys, you need to just focus on the future, on these blue chips, on these technologies that are going to be here to replace this financial system and give an alternative to it. Everything's bleeding now, but QUBIC, Garth, is making a new all-time high at 54 now. This keeps going up. And I just blew my load. I have no more liquid QUBIC. I've bought the last 4 weeks of Garth and spent almost $1 billion QUBIC, and that's all I had left. So this is my last Garth airdrop, and I got a fat ass bag of that, and I can't wait to start playing the game and making some hopeful passive income rewards from that. So shout out G-Town Diamond. Little update here for the QUBIC community. The Ask Garth bot is officially live. But who exactly is it? Ask Garth is the AI-powered ambassador of the Garth ecosystem, a smart, sarcastic, and always entertaining bot built on the QUBIC blockchain. It's your go-to assistant for everything QUBIC, Garth, and beyond. Ask for a cookie recipe, market info, a random joke, it delivers. Follow Ask Garth 676 today and enjoy up to 100 witty answers a day, depending on Garth's mood. The entire project keeps leveling up, the price keeps climbing, and honestly, we're just getting started. So shout out to Garth. And my last match. So guys, I went and I bought that gaming computer today. $800 for this stupid thing. And I don't have a freaking mouse to use it, to play with. So I have a little Apple mouse, but that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to go looking around for an old shitty PC mouse for the time being. But I can't wait. They got beta mode that's coming, or that I think you can download now if you're are a part, or you have the safe house, or you're on the list. I'm not sure how it works. I got to figure that out. But without the computer, it doesn't matter. Minimum specs, yeah, gameplay. RTX 280, yeah. I got the 7800, I think. So I'm balling now. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted once I can actually use that computer and get this going. It's going to be a lot of fun. So guys, Q Garth, the main Garth account. Remember this, the customers aren't here yet. And the project's just getting started. Coming soon, the Garth Hero video game, the Garth video miniseries, the Bridge to Solana, currently in development, will open doors to a wider audience. My Last Match will be released in 2026, and Garth is paving the way for you, being part of the community, and will bring you safe places, a job, and friends to help you out in this apocalyptic world where the Dementals will be coming for you. The current price is a steal compared to what awaits us in 26. Buy and keep your tokens safe, and we'll celebrate the success together. And they've been doing a great job, guys. The community is passionate. There's such good people in there, and they're all working together and like encouraging each other. So it's really good to see. And I'm glad to be a part of that community for sure. Wrong button. So guys, this is, if you're keeping track at home, the Trump administration has canceled the jobs report, inflation, and GDP. I'm sure everything is just fine. Nothing says booming economy like canceling the GDP report. If it were good, they wouldn't hide it. Fun fact, this is the first time in history both the jobs report and GDP report have been canceled at the same time. The Trump economy is a bust. Well, I wouldn't say that's a bust. They inherited the bust. This fudging happened last administration. So what can you expect from the markets right now? Like that just shows how much potential downside the stock market has. We've already experienced max pain. Wait, where was it? Right here, yeah. Nvidia now is declaring war. Nvidia, the world's largest company, says they're delighted by Google's success. Google's success or just erased 250 billion in Nvidia's market cap. This is a declaration of war. Nvidia is turning up the heat. Nvidia responds to news of Meta using Google's TPUs, sending Nvidia stock 6% lower. Nvidia is a generation ahead of the industry and offers greater performance, versatility, and fungibility. The AI wars are heating up. So let's go QUBIC. Hopefully they take their part in that.
All right, so some of the comments online, people are talking about some of the previous videos and the timing on JP Morgan, okay, and when they actually increase the margin requirement on MSTR. So let's look at that, right? So I have an email here from JP Morgan on July 7th, okay? That is when they did a firm-wide increase in the margin requirement for MSTR. Now, let's look at that, right? So we have a chart here, right? And I overlaid the ball on that chart. Let's look at July 7th, this line here, okay? Now, on July 7th, the 90-day vol was going down between June and July. The 60-day vol is going down between June and July and continues to trend down. Stock price is stable, goes up for a bit, but now look, as they put this firm-wide margin requirement increase on MSTR, it goes up, but then it pretty much precipitously goes down, right? People had to liquidate that security. Now, there is no risk model at that time that would have told JP Morgan that they should be increasing the margin requirement. This is a coordinated attack.
Now you weigh that in. JP Morgan's doing that. But what's interesting is Coinbase is actually the bigger threat. Coinbase has more customers than JP Morgan. And you can do banking with Coinbase. They offer the same services as JP Morgan too. So that's the bigger problem. But they couldn't fight Coinbase. It's too big of a fight. So they're fighting Bitcoin, which I find that coincidental. What have I been saying? That Michael Saylor is going to be the catalyst that pops Bitcoin. He's going to be the reason it all comes crashing down, or he's going to be blamed for it, to say the least. And we've been talking about this for a while. And they have the replacement coming in. And that's XRP, XLM, HBAR. Whoa, sorry about that. But MicroStrategy and then all these other DATs too that bought Solana way at the top, that bought Bitcoin at the top. That's going to cause them to have to liquidate. And so there could be another mass capitulation, but that's going to affect the stock market. So what I think they're doing is creating the problem with Bitcoin. They're going to blame that as a scapegoat that brings down the crypto stuff and affects the stock market too. And then that way they can usher in instant settlement, which is T+0 that they've been waiting for. So I think that's the plan. Today, XRP ETF see 180 million inflows, while Bitcoin and ETH experience 1.7 billion in outflows. So there we go. And XRP jumps 8% as Franklin Templeton Grayscale ETFs begin trading. Asset management, well, who cares? Whatever. They came out, but so guys, what is it? On average, 2 weeks from when these launch till the bottom is in for that asset. And I think XRP might be a little quicker because Bitcoin and ETH were like 12, 14, and 12, or 12 and 10 days. So XRP maybe is 9 to 11. And then we see it start to bottom out and keep going up. I don't know, though. We'll see. Because look at this, too. The CME Group said Monday that its cryptocurrency futures and options suite hit an all-time daily volume record of 794,903 contracts on Friday. November 21st, the previous record was 728, set in August. The leading derivatives marketplace has seen its average daily volume of 270 contracts, 12 billion, rise 132% year over year. Amid ongoing market uncertainty, demand for deeply liquid regulated crypto management tools is accelerating. Clients across the globe continue to turn to our benchmark cryptocurrency futures and options to hedge their risk. So guys, what they're doing is they're buying the ETFs and shorting spot. Or in MicroStrategy's case, they're probably longing Bitcoin and shorting the shit out of MicroStrategy. Or shorting both. God knows what they're doing. But all this is manipulated. That's why we don't play the game. We just come in and we steadily stack finite assets. The blue chips. XRP. Quant. HBAR. Stronghold. Stellar. I even started buying a little bit on Coinbase. I put a $10 buy every weekend, like 2 months ago, for World Liberty Financial, because Trump's family is going to be running all that. And they're launching a stable coin through there. And that's the future. Everyone's going to be launching stable coins. And I know people are saying, oh, they're the risk. They're the risk. I don't think stable coins are the risk at all if they're done properly. And every asset has $1 in a bank account regulated 1-to-1. It's when you have Tether and these other shady companies that ruin it. Well, I think that's what's coming. So don't even focus on that, guys. They're funding you out of your bag, so you sell them. And this is where you use this as an opportunity to load up on these blue chips. Bro, you know, they keep saying that. It's one person that's been taking those ETF profits. One person that's been taking this man predicted it. All right. CFB. The total amount matching my prediction of 400K Bitcoin being sold is just a coincidence. 2025 isn't over yet. I sometimes forget. He predicted it last year that 400,000 Bitcoin were going to have to get sold. CFB said a year ago 400K would be dumped. Sergey's probably Satoshi, the lead dev of QUBIC. So these were his wallets that have been selling, bro. He got a divorce with his wife, and they had to liquidate a bunch of coins. Why Satoshi could sell 400K without touching known Satoshi addresses? Satoshi wasn't alone. Who could it be? Sergey Ivancheglo, most mentioned. So I guess that's just speculation, but guys, he knew this was coming. And then he also now said QUBIC is going to be a top 10 crypto. So I don't know. I think it's him that's been selling it, bro. And these idiots in the mainstream don't know that. I don't know. I think it's close. I think it's close to 400K. I think it's right around there now. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen. Be really interesting. So look at this too, guys. Bank Corp explores stablecoin issuance on Stellar blockchain. U.S. Bank Corp is exploring to issue the issuance of custom stablecoins on the Stellar blockchain, marking its entry into the crypto space. Why would they be going to Stellar? I don't know, because Franklin Templeton's with them. Probably. And they're one of the fastest out there. They just integrated. Well, you know, USDC used to be USDS, USD Stellar. And then it went to USDC. So Stellar is the OG here, guys. Don't sleep on them. That wasn't it. This is the article. Japan right here. The dual track future of Japanese yen stablecoins, deconstructing the institutional path of the JPYC and the United stablecoin. Japan's stablecoin market is exhibiting a dual track or binary development pattern. This pattern is not an accidental market evolution, but rather the result of top-level design formed by the combined effects of Japan's unique regulatory framework, industrial needs, and drastically different technological implementation paths. So, guys, this is what's going to this was a clever strategy during a regulatory vacuum at the time. It successfully circumvented the stringent regulations of complex banking and money transfer laws, allowing the JPYC to function as a yen-denominated point. However, this gray phase ended with the revision of Japan's law in 2023. So this is what the United States is going to follow. Everybody's going to have their different stable coins, and it's going to kind of be a two-tier system, I think, at the beginning until they figure it out. And, this, the winners rise to the top and others start to go out of business or acquisitions. I don't know, but it's interesting to see this stuff all going live now. And this article just kind of sums everything up here, where the slow erosion of purchasing power has become one of the defining economic stories of the past decade. Across Latin America, Southeast Asia, Africa, East Asia, domestic currencies have depreciated in a way that undermines household stability and long-term planning. The IMF has documented that many emerging markets have weakened persistently as interest rate divergence and a strong dollar has reshaped global capital flows. South America is bad. Hey guys, the IMF and the BIS, who have they ever recognized as stable coins? XRP and XLM. I don't know why. Just could be coincidence. So the IMF and these guys are going to be behind all this, but stable coins change this equation entirely. With nothing more than a smartphone, someone can access a US dollar denominated value without going through traditional expensive FX channels. The IMF's fintech briefings have begun to recognize stablecoins as household level hedge in markets where currency depreciation is severe. In Latin America, stablecoins are gaining traction. Remittance platforms in Colombia, for instance, now allow recipients to receive USDC, buffering them against peso devaluation. This model bypasses banks, pie brokerage fees, capital control restrictions, and legacy hedging instruments. A user can convert local currency into stable coins, hold it, earn yield, transact globally, and redeem all from their phone. The democratizing power of stablecoins is that ability to preserve value against currency decay and no longer reserved for the wealthy. So guys, there you go. This is brilliant. This keeps the dollar and gives and actually creates more demand for the dollar. The fact that it's easier to get for people, they don't need a bank account now, just a smartphone, and everyone has one. Everyone can now tap in. And then when they tokenize stocks, everybody can now come in and buy or have access to the American markets. Like, guys, this stuff is going to be so big in the just very near future. They're just finishing getting all the plumbing, the infrastructure, and all that stuff built out. So, yeah, guys. Oh, how many have been? Oh, no, that was old. XRP, HBAR, some XDC, XCN, RSR, Quant. Correct. Yeah, I don't have XCN or RSR. I just think RSR, bro, there's still it's a VC pump and dump, honestly. And Christopher Green's out of control with that. I do have Z back. I got that stake. Yep. But bro, like I just have a feeling if you got out of RSR and XCN and put that into QUBIC or Flare or Stronghold, I think you'd be better off. But what do I know? It's good, my man. Finally caught you live. Caught you, Love. Yeah, let's go, bro. That man, Love, right there. You don't own enough, Rob. I got my bag of Rob. I think it's like $50 now. But hey, I got my bag. Everything will be tokenized: metals, energy, carbon, real estate, everything. Exactly, brother. Everything is going to be on chain. That's why if you can zoom out and have a long-term time frame, which means you don't over leverage into this stuff. Like for me, I wish I had $10,000 of World Liberty Fi, but you know what? I'm making $10 weekly buys on Coinbase, auto buys, and I'm up to like $65 or something like that because it's down a little bit. I bought 8 times, and I wish those could be $100 buys, but they're not. So you know what? You got to just start and just stack what you can and use these god awful lows and be a savage, and just the stuff you have conviction in, the stuff you've done research in, and stuff that I can hold this and not have to worry it's gonna be a rug pull or it's gonna crash. Like you're holding the best projects. Like we've identified them over the last 6 years, and it makes it so much easier when it's just a matter of time. This is all short-term noise, but in 2-3 years, when all the stuff's tokenized, when all the institutions are using Flare for their DeFi and all the loaning and stuff that's going on, it's going to be a different world. We're going to be our own banks, and you got to just realize that the market like this in chaos and turmoil, this benefits the market makers and the ETF providers and the brokers because they make so much money on the trading, and it's disgusting. And that's why moving towards a decentralized world, they're stalling this out, because once it goes where it is inevitably going to go to decentralization, all these guys are cut out. So it's like the last minute, fight them as much as we can before it's over. You have to be convicted in what you believe. Dollar cost average every week, no matter what the price. In many ways, you manifest it. Invest what you can afford to lose. Exactly, bro. And when you do that, you are never going to have a negative mindset. Yeah, it sucks. Obviously, no normal person is going to look at this and be like, all right, in the last month, let me look at my favorites list, and everything is down 60%, 50%. Like, this is horrible. I'm not happy about this, but you know what? I know this is only temporary. And that last cycle, when Polygon went to $3, I wish I bought more than like 200 or 20,000 of them at a penny. I wish I put more than $200 in, but I didn't have it. If I put $500 in, I would have made $130,000 if I sold near the top. And that's crazy. But that's what it's going to be like this cycle. And right now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, we look back, the last thing you want to do and we want to say to ourselves is, God, I wish, why didn't I put more in there? Oh my God, I'm so stupid. If only I did that. Oh, I should have done that. I could have had so much if I did that. And you can avoid that by doing exactly what Jimmy just said. You have the ones you're convicted in, you buy them, and you don't worry about the price. Every wealthy investor, guys, I worked with a lot of very, very wealthy people. All right. People that way above me that I met working my commercial real estate job. A lot of these landowners, business owners, and just real estate guys who have their empires over there, and they don't understand crypto. So to them, they're unemotional about it. They understand real estate is a long-term game. You make a 10%, 12% a year on a property, you're doing great. It's a slow grind. Same thing with crypto and any other investment with stocks and mutual funds they're in. But when they see the gains that start happening in crypto fast, it's crazy that it blows them away. And in times like this is no different than all of the cycles we've been through in the past 30 years, the ups and downs, the great financial collapse, the dot-com bust. It's how it is. And when you have the right mindset, you recognize the opportunities, and you're positioning yourself, and you're owning these protocols directly. You're owning a piece of the network itself. And then you could take your coins and delegate them to validators that run the network and keep it strong and decentralized. And when you have these coins in your wallets, your hot wallets or your cold wallets, no one can take them from you unless you have a stable coin with clawbacks or a blacklist function. If you're holding XRP or Stellar or any of these cryptos, they can't shut them down. Hedera, all of them. They can't just shut your wallet down and take it from and prevent you from sending it. Only with these stable coins. That's it. So as long as you transact in the stable coins when you want to spend them, that's great. Just don't swap your fortune into ones that have that risk. Or if they do, hopefully there's going to be 50 stable coins out there with all the banks and everyone. And you have, say, $500,000, you put 10 grand into 50 different stable coins. So you diversify your risk. But, who knows? I might be paranoid, but you just can never be too safe in crypto. So we know where this stuff is all headed. The dollar is going to save economies and countries around the world by giving people direct access to these stable coins. Like Venezuela or Argentina, the inflation was like 10% a month or 50% a month or something like that. That's nuts. You can't live on that. You don't trust your government when that's happening. So, oh yeah, P Tiger on Pulse Chain doing fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm supporting the Tiger. Everything's melting down, and when you have a good guy, hopefully this stupid sniper is out, man. This guy has extracted like 120 grand. Oh, 115K. Looks like you might be done. That would be fantastic. Nope, 2 hours, 3 hours. Nope, he's still unloading, but much smaller clips now. All right, that's good. Hopefully he's almost out because it's crazy. Once this guy's out, this chart's looking really good. And P Tiger, he's been crushing the marketing, man. Like he's the face of Pulse Chain that we need. Someone fresh, someone new. He wants to help people. He truly does. And I talked to him on the phone, and I believe his message. I support him. And I'm looking forward to seeing if he can pull this off with all the stuff he has planned. So if you guys aren't following Tiger Crypto God, give him a follow. He's controversial, he's polarizing, but he means well, and he wants to help people. He really does. And he's got a big following on TikTok, which is good. We need to onboard new people into crypto. And he's got reach, he's got friends. So we are looking forward to it. Yeah, let's check out the computer. I'll show you guys the computer I bought today. And hopefully once I get that set up, I can stream on that computer and it won't be this slow anymore. Wow, there it is. 779. That was it. Oh. No, I paid no, I don't know if that was it. Because it was actually $9.99, $100 off. It wasn't that one. They didn't have it in stock. But this is pretty much it. Same thing. And look, comes with the mouse and freaking keyboard. But somehow my shit didn't come with a mouse. But yeah, this is sick. I can't wait to be playing MLM And the Garth game, we're going to be crushing it. Still bullish on Velo. Hell yeah. Velo and Stronghold for show. Super bullish on those two. And Sologenics and Corium and Flare and Spark Dex. Oh, yeah. Clarity will pass soon. Bipartisan support. Yeah. But honestly, I disagree here. I think they're going to stall on the Clarity bill. Because it gives XRP and Ripple an advantage and a head start. So I think they're going to kick the can on that down the road a little bit. That's just my tinfoil hat. But if they do pass it, you know, it is good. We need it. So you guys got any questions? Because that's all I got. I've been busy as hell. We traveled last weekend, went to a concert in Albany. It was really, really good. Chris Webby, the rapper. And then today was out all for like hours getting that stupid computer, trying to figure out where the hell the mouse was. I was on the phone with them. That was a whole debacle. Just, yeah, my luck with computers and technology. I buy power. I forget mouse. Yeah, pulse chain. I don't know how much lower it can really go. Like we tapped the lows from April. I mean, I think this is it. I mean, man, if I just wish I could come across like $10,000 right now. Put a couple grand into pulse chain, couple grand into QUBIC, couple more grand into Flare XRP. Oh, but hey, gotta be happy with what you got. It's never enough. You're near Rochester, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. We're in Lewiston, well, Niagara Falls, Lewiston area. So it's like a half hour from Buffalo. It's like, yeah, I was there. There's that casino right there, that Del Lago. It's right off the thruway. I was wondering if they had a poker room there, because if they did, I want to go out there. Because when you were here in Albany the last weekend, I went to the poker room for a couple hours and made nice little like $650. So paid for almost 70% of that computer, which was really nice. It's the only reason I was able to get it. So kept more nice, bro. Hell yeah. We're like an hour from Rochester. Something like that. It's Waterloo near Syracuse. No, the Del Lago Casino. It's like it's like 50 minutes from here. It's like right before Rochester. I'm pretty Del Lago Casino, Rochester. Yeah, Del Lago Casino. Yeah, right here. Gaming. Oh, they do got poker. No way. Hours of operation. Wait, they're not even open all week? Friday and Saturday for Thursday 9 to 2. So they're only open Thursday to Monday? So Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, bro. There we go. I want to go. Yeah. Let's go. Perfect. All right, fam. I'm out of here. I got to start getting on the streaming more. 46 people. That's what happens when you stream once in a week. But we've been busy. Apple season here. Got to go picking more of them tomorrow. And then what? Thanksgiving Thursday. But yeah, I'll be doing more streams and videos because I think this is the bottom signal. I'm seeing so many people talk about the bear market's here, it's over, da 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 da. When you have all these assholes on Twitter running around thinking they're gonna get rich, or this is the best coin, or 1000x coming here, that never happens. The consensus has to be, if you go into crypto, you're gonna get wrecked. That's when the market's pumped. Not, oh, come to crypto and make $1 billion X. And when all these idiots are out here saying that, I should have picked up on that earlier. But hey, you learn and you grow from the mistakes, become wiser, and you have more belief and trust in yourself that you're doing the right thing. You've identified the right projects. No other idiot out there can shake you out that hasn't done research or hasn't put the time in that you have. And that it took me years to get to that point. But the more that I trust my gut, it seems like the better I'm doing. Anything new on the scene? As far as cryptos, I mean, nothing that we haven't been talking about here for a while. You know, the QUBIC stuff. That's QUBIC, MLM, Garth, QMine, Stronghold, Velo. Try to think of anything that got any new lately. Only Robot and Show over there on base, but they dip back down to tap the bottoms again. So these things are super volatile. But no, that's really, I'm not trying to add new coins right now, bro. I think it's going to be the real utility coins that succeed this cycle. But hey, it's crypto, so anything can happen. So smash that like button, guys, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah. We're in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Vibra's the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.